Hello everyone, it's me, Eurydice, and today we'll be playing the Great Ace Attorney Adventures. So I'm super excited to play it. I've heard all good things. So without further ado, let's begin. Ooh, it's a nice animation. The Empire of Japan, after opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation. It's really pretty. The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some were swept away by the tide. Uh-oh. Damn, already? But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story. Oh. He kinda looks like Phoenix. A little bit. Bienvenue et le carnival. The Adventure of the Great Departure, Episode 1. November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendants Antechamber 5. I'm guessing we're playing the guy who looks like Phoenix, so what voice should I give him? He looks kind of young. He looks kind of like a teenager, kind of. So I may give him like a young, boy voice. I may change it later. I'll see. All right.
I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate?
Oh. What?
Oh, no. Nothing.
Save your glares, murderer. Okay, dang.
Sorry.
Why are we apologizing?
My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University.
I'm glad I gave him this voice, because it just seems like he apologizes all the time. Which, you know, to be fair, when I was younger, I used to apologize all the time, too. When I would bump into someone, I'd be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, good times.
3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial.
That's enough. I'm not sure who's... I may change this person's voice. I don't know who it is. Oh, he's cute. Although, his headband is, constantly moving somehow. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. He seems to have a more commanding voice, so I'm gonna give him a more manlier voice. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes. And until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Damn, okay. Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. And you don't even have a face, sir! And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. You're damn right, you tell him. Right, Ryunosuke?
Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry.
Oh my god, stop apologizing. You haven't done anything. Whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty? What are you apologizing to me for? Exactly, damn.
Oh, No, I suppose that wasn't my fault.
Oh my god.
But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry.
Oh, so this is Kazuma. Nice strong name. Haha. There you go again, apologizing. Just like always.
Uh,
Though, I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? No!
of course not. You have to believe me, I didn't do it. I could never murder someone.
Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high.
You mean...
I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. Well, at least someone believes us. He's a good friend.
Kazuma Sogi, my best friend. Also in his second year at Yume University. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive considering he's...
Wait, I didn't get to read that.
Impressive considering he's still an undergraduate.
It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyway. My qualifications don't mean much. Yet.
You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly.
Aww.
3 days ago. Yeah. That's when all this started.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like they were on a date. I mean, I'm sure that's not what they were doing, but it looks like they were on a date, so it's cute.
Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're gonna get to study abroad at last.
I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and success in court.
So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you. And proud as your friend.
Aww.
There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple.
Oh, is that the reason why his headband's constantly moving? Like there's like always breeze around him? It's funny. I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean. To see the real thing with my own eyes.
The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too.
Then come with me. Aww. I mean, I know they're just friends, but I kind of like, I low-key ship it. I do. Aww. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. Aww.
If only it were that simple.
Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going.
Alright. I'll see you later. I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer.
Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner. Cute.
It was straight after that. That's when it happened.
I don't know who's talking. Asogi, may I have a word? Oh. Oh, she's so cute. Professor, I didn't know you were coming. voice should I give him? I'm saving like my older like voice for like the judge that's gonna come in later, I think. So let me give him. You know what? Let me give him like the Benoit Blanc accent. All right, let's try it out. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Asogi, you should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result.
Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at university before.
I see. I'll go at once then. She's so cute. I love her character design. What voice should I give her? Maybe like just like a shy girl voice. I shall accompany you. Alright then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom.
Yeah, thanks, Kazuma.
Aw, she's so cute. Oh wait, you left me alone. Well, this is awkward. Same.
This is awkward.
If I may.
Yes, sorry.
You must be the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University.
Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad.
Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. Aww, he talks about him. As such, I feel you should know.
Know what?
Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, well, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked and never granted again.
What?
Wait, what? That's not fair. As I suspected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. Aww.
He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered. But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing?
The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances.
I don't believe it. But I didn't do it. I swear it. I'm not a murderer.
I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can't assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. Oh, yeah, he can assure him that it will. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Peculiarities? Like what?
Sorry, what do you mean?
You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway.
But then what should I do?
Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction.
Right. So,
As soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anybody else. You must say, I do.
I do.
Oh, and by the way, guys, sometimes I may use other words that mean the same thing. Like, especially if I'm using an accent, just to make, like, the accent flow better. Or what I think the word would be used instead with that specific accent. Just in case you guys were wondering. Alright, anyway, back to the story.
I do. But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you?
Of course not. Defendant. Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. See, this is why you have no face. No one likes you. It would seem our surreptitious discussions are about to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving. There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. Ooh. You know what? See, this is why you never get a face. Neither of you, actually. You're just a little shadow.
This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence. The trial that would decide my destiny.
You got this, Ryunosuke. 22nd of November, 9 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, courtroom number 2.
So this is a courtroom.
Wait, what the? What is wrong with his eyes? Dude. The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power.
I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery.
Well, why would you? They have no faces, so they obviously won't look at you any kind of way. They're just basically silhouettes with clothes.
Lots of military and other uniforms in there.
The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. The powers that be?
A secret trial.
A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Yes, that's what secret means. Only military and government officials may attend.
What? But why?
It'll become clear in time, but for now, you need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. Alright. He's the one I'll give, like, the old, like, respectable gentleman voice.
The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
What voice should I give this guy? His name is Ouchie. Like Ouchie? Like ouch? He looks like he, like, speaks in, like an annoying, like, nasally voice. So I may give him, like, a Mandark voice, like, from Dexter's Lab. Let's try it out.
The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency.
as is the defense.
Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate.
That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself.
Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial?
Oh, this is the question.
This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do, I need to answer quickly. What should I do?
We're gonna have to do I do. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, this is just like the tutorial case, so I think we have to anyways. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate for the defense. Yes? Yes what? What the heck?
What is the meaning of this unruly outburst?
I know, right?
I would like to inform the court that I, Runosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. You'll be what?
What are you playing at, Runosuke?
Professor Mikatoba told me everything, just now before the trial.
He did what?
He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose.
How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. Oh no. That's not what it was. You think I won't be able to get you off? Oh my god, diction, my boy, diction. Pause. I mean, I'm sure you could, but like, you know, in this specific way, no.
No, it's not that really. It's just that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you...
Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Oh, I ship them. I do. The bromance is real. Professor Mikatoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in.
Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial.
Well, well. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel? Really?
Objection. Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent, he's confident he can speak for himself. Ooh, that was smooth. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san?
Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all.
Keep it together, man. Fake it till you make it.
In fact, my mind's a complete blank.
I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. I like how he's just like pouting and he's just like perched on his katana. So cute.
Wow, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court. You must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed.
As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, defendant Naruhodo?
Why just me? Why is Naruhodo being put on blast like this?
Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean?
He's questioning your ability to do the job. Ryunosuke, like, read a book, my guy. Pick up a dictionary, dude. Like, how do you not know what any of this means? It's self-explanatory.
Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am.
Oh, shut up.
So let's start with the very simplest of questions. Yeah. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I care to remember. But, wait. Ugh, I'm so nervous I can't even remember that. What was it again?
Oh my god, this is going bad. Ryunosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank?
You know me so well.
Aww. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record.
But I can't even find that.
It's simple. You can access the court record with a press of RB. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there.
I just have to press RB for the court record. Alright, there's no time to lose.
This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with RB. You'll find the details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press B to go back. Okay, so the victim of this case, he was a visiting professor of medicine at UMA University from the British Empire. John H. Wilson, 47. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Got it. Now you'd better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press Y to present. Try it now.
The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
Tish. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of our own university.
Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England invited to UMA University 3 years ago.
Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations.
Oh, I see. So it's like very hush-hush political. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation.
And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yuma University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor?
But I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter.
In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. Damn.
So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it?
Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman.
Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman.
Yes, we get it. Okay, he was an Englishman. How many times are they gonna say it?
My nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime.
On your date, I remember. Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going.
Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer.
Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner.
The British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. Wait. I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello. So I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question to Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death.
Okay, so that would be court record. Postmortem. Death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body. So it was like a hemorrhage kind of death.
The cause of death? Well, obviously that was,
Ryunosuke. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence.
by evidence, but how?
Court record. Jesus Christ. We just went over this. Can I not present it yet? Fine. Keep forgetting that this is technically like the tutorial case. Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now.
Well, according to this document, the victim suffered a
What the fuck? Hemorrhagic? What the hell? Hemorrhagic death. Wow. Reading comprehension, right? Why are you even in school? How are you even in the university? The fuck?
According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death to gunshot trauma. Due to gunshot trauma.
Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it.
Sorry, yes, that's right. The, post-mortem report.
In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Ooh, that's really inefficient.
Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested in any of this later.
Oh my god.
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by powder explosion.
Did they turn him around and take this picture or something? Like, if you were eating at a restaurant, why would your whole chair be turned around? That's weird.
In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record.
The photographic print of the victim has been entered into the court record.
So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Very well. I am satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial.
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
This is it then.
I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind.
The professor? You mean Dr. Mikatoba?
Yes. Clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me, but that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant.
Ah, of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Sogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial.
He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he?
Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma.
Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats. For real.
Only if you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first.
Ooh. It's like a butler-looking character.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
Wonder what voice I should give him. He looks like one of those fancy butlers. Maybe since this is like a... The Carnival is like the place that they were eating, I think. That's what it said in the beginning. So... Maybe I can give him like a French accent or something. Even though his name is Satoru Hosonaga, but I'm just gonna give him like a fancy accent, I guess. Of course, my name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called Le Carnival. Oh my god. Oh my god! Dude! You're bleeding! Go to the hospital! The fuck?
Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some,
Ew! The fuck? It is a regular occurrence. It does not bother me. It bothers us. The fuck?
Well, it really, really should.
This dude got tuberculosis or something?
As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern corridor was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery, 3 days ago.
Okay.
Understood. Osanaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident.
At once, sir.
And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring?
It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over and there were only 3 tables still occupied.
That fits in with my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else in the place.
Oh, dude. You're still bleeding! It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Hold on. Let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up the gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him.
Objection! I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur.
But
Damn.
the next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, Defendant Naruhodo.
Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. Okay.
If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in your court today?
Dude, go to the hospital, man. Yes, without question.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
Ugh. No. There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and a university student.
Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table.
What's the matter, Ryunosuke?
That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite of him at that table.
Really?
And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do?
Okay, so we just got warned about interjecting, and they told us that we would get penalized if we do. But like, we do need to let them know that that's not true. I feel like if I interject now, I will get penalized. But if I also like wait and see, I feel like I'll get yelled at by like Kazuma or something for like not speaking out. I still think there will be a way for us to interject either way. So I'm just gonna say like wait and see.
I desperately want to say something, but I was told not to interject.
Ryunosuke. Oh, here it comes. If your parents tell you to study, you're the kind of man who would diligently get to work, aren't you?
I suppose I am. I never got into Yume University otherwise.
But you can't just follow rules. Wait, you can't just always follow rules in life, you know. If you don't say what you want to say right now, you'll seriously regret it when you're found guilty. I knew he was gonna yell at us.
Alright, you've scared me, but I won't forget that piece of advice in a hurry. And there is something I want to say. I'm just going to shut my eyes and say it. Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Objection! Dear me, dear me. What are we gonna do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all?
But I'm sure of what I saw.
Hosonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy? Uh-oh. No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone.
I don't believe it.
Dude, go home. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. How do you happen to have that in your pocket? Like, oh yeah, the exact layout of that day. Yeah, I scribbled it in the back of my card. Like how? Like I don't like how? How did you do that? Why? Why did you like write it on like a napkin or something? Like, hello. Please have a look if you'd like to. Does no one else find this weird? Like, how do you just happen to have this? And it's exactly from that day. It's not like he does this every day. It's like just that day. I just like scribbled it just so you know what the layout was like. You know, no big, for no reason really. It's so weird. It's bizarre.
Let me see. Sketch of the establishment's layout. Drawn by yourself, I presume.
Yeah, he's no Picasso. That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. Wait, so this isn't the restaurant's card, but his? Like, why does he need one? I don't understand. Like, I get like a restaurant having a card, like a business card, but why would a waiter need a business card? That's weird. I guess there were different times, but still, that's just odd. I don't think you would. However, as soon as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. Why? Just because you put a red X on it? The fuck? This isn't proof. It isn't proof. You just drew this.
Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter.
And you're very ill. Go home. Thank you, sir.
The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Well... Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are.
Uh-oh. Looks like he didn't want to give it up for some reason. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Dude, somebody call an ambulance.
Something certainly seems to have shaken him. The waiter's business card has been entered into the court record.
Dude, go with a hospital. Jesus. He's like coughing up a lung over there.
So, the court has now heard a process of the case.
Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here.
Why? Why do you say that? There's literally been not enough proof at all.
Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court, but I must warn the defense if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
What do you think I should do, Kazuma?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be more sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence?
No! Hell no! You didn't do it. The fuck?
Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual. About these peculiarities. You've said it, Professor Mikatoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this.
As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? Oh damn, he really knows where it hurts, doesn't he?
What?
If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? Damn. The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke. Damn. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Damn, he means business. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Oh boy.
Indeed. Prosecutor Aochi, please continue with proceedings.
Tisk, while you were warned, the young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be.
Whatever.
Yeah.
In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its next witness.
Or witnesses.
Very well, officer. Bring forth the witnesses at once.
Wonder who they'll be. Oh. This isn't what I was expecting, to be honest.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court.
No, sir. Nosa? Nosa? Okay, so he is like a... Okay, so he's an army sergeant. Yesa Nosa? Oh, I get it. Yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, sir, no, sir. Okay. And so he has like a sergeant voice, so I'm gonna try my best.
Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Iesa Nosa reporting for duty, sir.
Korikuta. He's an old dude, or... alright, he'll be like a slow talking old guy.
Myself I find employ as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation Nippon, and conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd District, Curio Korikuta, at your service. An antique dealer and a soldier? What an unusual pairing.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question.
They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned.
Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always past noon, and not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business. I can't understand a word that old man is saying.
He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at Le Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. Well, at least someone understands English. Ryunosuke, read a freaking dictionary once in your life, please. He obviously targets Le Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele.
Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer.
Damn.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment that this most atrocious incident. Is that correct?
Affirmative. The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir.
Did anyone just hear a baby?
This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said.
Yeah, so did I. So, this is the decisive evidence that the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead.
Yes.
Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable?
If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start.
Same.
Now the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Sir, yes, sir. Standing by, ready to report, sir.
Aha, I heard it again. Does he have a baby with him?
Unsavory memories of a most acerbic afternoon.
Witness testimony. What the witnesses saw.
I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. I was on my hands and knees, investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio.
So the other guy didn't hear it, it seems, because he didn't even mention it. He was just like, I lost my coin. That's it.
Well, so you, Sergeant Noosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgiving enemy. What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day. But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone.
Is that really true, Yunosuke?
Yes. All I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting.
Oh, wrong place, wrong time. Oof.
I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up...
Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witness testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was.
There is?
Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses.
Cross-examine?
Do it now.
As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice.
Certainly. The testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict.
Why does he just say yes? Can he just say objection or something?
What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? I mean the defense. demands its right to a cross-examination.
Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
How did he know?
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time.
I don't think you have the right to. I'm pretty sure cross-examination is like allowed. Like it's supposed to happen regardless of what you think.
The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
It doesn't matter. Objection. The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Yeah, what then?
Kazuma's so commanding.
Aw.
Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses.
Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke.
But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination.
Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements.
How?
You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie.
Well, yeah, but
It's just a case of proving it, and the key to doing that is evidence.
right, evidence.
All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you. Wow.
All right then, it's all or nothing.
Alright, and I think this is a good place to stop. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like that. I can't wait to continue playing this. I'm super excited, and I can't wait to see how this case unfolds. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.